Again, I am back again to talk about environment and the situation in the Gambia, especially deforestation, water runoff that is going on. All that is all correlated. All that is correlated because if you look at people are cutting trees. People are cutting trees under the name of, oh, this land belongs to me. This place belongs to me, without even thinking twice before you go and cut a tree that has been there before you got that land. You know, trees and human beings are all correlated. You will not know that unless you are spiritually awakened. That's when you will know that the same energy that is running the trees is the same energy that is running you. So, if we're gonna save Gambia, especially if you look at it when it rains, Serekunda up to Brikama, up to some villages, even before you go out of the combos, there is plenty of runoff water that is running, destroying all the roads. All that is due to environmental deforestation, or people digging places without even thinking 2 times or 3 times to say, oh, okay, what I'm doing, it is gonna affect my village or my area, you know. It is going to affect my village, my area. That's what I'm talking about. Now there's plenty of rain that comes in the Gambia. And if you look at it, we don't have trenches that are controlling the flow of the rain. We don't have trenches that are controlling the flow of the water. The consequences is people are drowning. You know, properties have been washed out. When the rain comes, it's like some part of Serekunda you cannot even have it during the rainy season. I don't know, maybe around Joswang, Dipakunda and stuff like that. Because there is no proper planning that has been put in place in the country so that they can control the way people build their houses and the way roads, drainage have been taken care of after they fix roads. Whether we have drainage that should have been created so that the water can flow easily to the lower end of the land. What I will suggest, as I say, I will give suggestion when suggestion warranted. I will criticize it when criticism warranted. What the government should do, because it's the only government that has the power, or the community has the power, every lowland areas, they should dig trench and have tunnels where the water should run and go settle. And that water can be used for, you know, gardening or for whatever. It become a reservoir. That's what they do it. You cannot just build houses without. Some people has to be uprooted so that we can have a proper healthy environment in the Gambia, where we can create ponds for the water to flow and go settle. That water can be recycled or used into something else that warrants it. That's what I think should be done, because otherwise the population of the Gambia is growing. The environmental effect is growing. People are uprooting trees without planting trees. Also, I'm going to talk about sand mining. Sand mining. You might think that, oh, mining sand in the Atlantic Ocean or in the ocean around Banjul area is not going to affect that neighborhood. If the sand is being mined and then dumped on the bank side, then that way it will probably not affect those neighborhoods. But if you are mining the sand and taking it to somewhere else to go build your house, what do you think is going to happen? That sand has to be replaced or somehow. The embankment is going to fall back. But the best thing that I said we as Gambians should do, look into raising funds privately, publicly, or with other donor agency and work on revitalization of our coastal area, starting from Banjul up to Khartoum. Those that have the best heart of the country at hand. I'm not saying, oh, give me money so that I can go do this project. No, anyone who honest enough or who wants to do it, let them take the initiative and do it. But the government has to get involved because they have the power to mandate certain individuals to move out of certain areas or to relocate to certain areas so that we can create better environmental situations so that we can control the little land that we call Gambia. That's just a little strip of land. I remember when I was young, we do go hunting from Bonto up to Tanini. All that area used to be very nice with palm trees and stuff. We used to tap palm wine on that area. All that area was so green. But what happened? People started cutting palm trees for their houses because there's no good environmental control, saying that, okay, when you cut a palm tree, you should plant another one. People use them for roofing. While the palm trees have been there ages, even before your parents were born, those palm trees were there. They are there for a reason because that's why all those palm trees are around the lowland areas because they control water flow. That's what it is. As Gambians, we should think about how to protect our little land instead of having these greedy people who are always thinking of how to make money from our natural resources without even benefiting the communities that they are taking those resources out. Women are helpless. You go to certain areas, they will go and mine the sand. All their rice fields are all gone. All in the name of what? Oh, building a house. Yeah, you can build a house, but there are certain ways you can do it. I think the government should mandate it that people should go dig way away from the population. That is like, if I am the president of the Gambia, you wouldn't mine any sand around the Combos area. You have to go all the way to Bansan area to bring sand to the Combos because that area doesn't have that much population that is concentrated in a certain geographic area like the Combos. Like the Combos. This is what because of the environmental degradation that is happening, we have a lot of health issues that are caused by it. You remember sometimes if you're around Serakunda area, the sand that flows from around Mauritania, Senegal area, it covers all that area. Because of what? Trees were uprooted. I'm not just talking because I'm not a politician. I've never voted in the Gambia. I left that country since '94. But we cannot leave the country under the hands of greedy people. I'm not saying every person in government is greedy, but we cannot leave it under the hands of greedy people. Development by now Gambia should have been like another Singapore of Africa. Look at that little tiny land strip of land. Go to Rwanda that just came from civil war about 30 years ago. Rwanda is far more developed than Gambia. You go collect donor money, in behalf of the people, you come, I want to do this, only 5% is used for what you really ask the money for. The rest, where is it? I don't know. The rest, where is it? that coastal area should be very, very taken care of. Bringing rocks, put them on the embankment, thinking that those rocks are going to stay there. When it rains, the water has a very strong force. When the water pulls those rocks down, those rocks are going to fall backward, and it's going to hinder movement of people. That's what it is going to do. So we need to really, really think twice how we're going to protect that little strip of land that we call Gambia, you know. Some people have to be uprooted so that we can fix Serakunda, Brikama, all those, you know, coastal areas, all those, you know, populated areas. Some people need to be uprooted because we need to dig trenches, we need to dig ponds where those water will go and settle instead of the water flowing on the streets everywhere. So I've been looking for your comment and suggestions. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is 100% right, but it's at least something that we should all walk through and think about. Thank you. Stay blessed. Live in this country under the hands of these greedy, demonic people who are possessed by evil entities. When you think evil entities is somewhere else, not knowing that the energy that people have that are corrupting people is that is the devil itself. You know, it's devil energy that corrupts people.